This week on 2K TV, it's our annual award show. We're rewarding you, the community, for doing great things in NBA 2K20. Plus, we update you on the neighborhood events, the latest in my team, and you voted all season long.
Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Miami Heat. At the point, Jeremy Lin. At power forward, Jay Crowder. At the other forward position, Justice Winslow. At center, DeMarcus Cousins. At the other guard position, Jimmy Butler. The head coach of the visiting team is Eric Spoelstra. Center, 6 feet 10 inches, number 34, Wendell Carter. At small forward, standing 6'8", number 22, Otto Porter. At point, standing 6'5", number 0, Tony White. The other forward position, at 7'0" inches, number 24. The other guard, standing 6'5", number 20, the General. The head coach of your home team is Jimmy Boylan. Ladies and gentlemen, your Chicago Bulls!
Hi everyone, time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. A look at Chicago, third best record here in the early going. And checking out Miami. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And right now for Miami, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, Greg, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
So here's Miami's starting group. At the 2 and the 3, it's Butler and Winslow. Jay Crowder out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Lin in at the point guard. And for Chicago, Markkanen and Carter are up front. The General is out there with White. And it's Porter in at the 3. You know, Brent, seeing a player develop, a young player, rookie player, in one season from beginning to end improve so much is really fun to watch. We've had a couple over the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah, last year especially, we looked at what was happening in Atlanta and the finish by Trae Young.
Exactly.
As a top draft choice by the end of the year, what he was doing, 30-point games plus 10 assists a game, the comfort level on the floor, it was off the charts. I think that way very similarly, Kevin, to the year that Kevin Durant spent in Seattle playing for the Supersonics before going to OKC, before Westbrook got drafted and the team moved. Kevin Durant was allowed to do everything on the floor, and the mandate, much like for what we saw Trae Young, is just go out there and do everything. Find out not only what you can do, but more importantly right now, what you can't do. Because you are the leader of this franchise moving forward, and in the offseason, you know exactly what to pinpoint coming back in the next year.
That's a great answer. And so it's the Heat heading on the board first. To the inside, deflects the pass, just 5 on the clock. Here's the general. Last time, 45 points for him.
Miami ball.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. White against Lynn. Now here's Butler. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Here's the general, defended by Butler. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. The general passes to Carter. 5 to shoot. Here's the general. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler.
That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's the general, defended by Butler. Here's the general. The shot missing. Good work defensively by Crowder. For Miami, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Outside, Lynn. And the pass to Winslow. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Butler. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
A bit of a rut here early, just 1 of 4 so far.
Here's the general, defended by Lynn. No good from the general. For Chicago, they won their last contest, that game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. And then Cousins with the dunks.
That's power from DeMarcus Cousins.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get 1 to go, get back on track.
And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Lynn.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Here's the general. Trying to get something going, and the layup is up and in.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Then the pass to Winslow. Back to Lynn. Carter pulls it in.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Here is Lynn after the Bulls pick up 2. Dishes it to Winslow. Pass to Butler. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And Butler loves getting close to the basket. Once he's down low, he uses that strength and quick release to get shots off. Well, they say players are made in the summertime, and that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season. Gets out in the country and puts in that work. And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Here's the general, defended by Butler. Here's the general. And it's Lynn with the rebound. And Greg, those summertime workouts for Butler, they are something.
I mean, they sure are. He calls them bandanas and buckets. Grows his hair out, 2-a-days, hot yoga, intentionally isolated from the hustle and bustle of the big city. It gives him an excuse to really just lock in.
And here are the Bulls now after the miss from Jay Crowder. Here's the general. Rebound by the Heat. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Well, you never want to concede a game before you play it. That said, though, they were just overmatched.
Tough thing about that one is they also were playing a poor opponent, so no fire in that game. And that sticks with you a little bit.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
White dishes to Markkanen. Can't get it to fall.
And that's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Now here's Lynn. Got a 24-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
Substitution on the court.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Butler, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Wendell Carter. And you look at Jimmy Butler. He's about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
Now the shot clock resets to 14 seconds on an offensive rebound. Brent, do you like that change?
I think digging into the numbers a little bit, Kevin, it only affects about 3% of total possessions.
Is that all?
Yeah, throughout the course of the year, not in any given game. So it's very
no kidding.
Very minimal what happens. But what I like is that players have to reset quickly with 14 on the clock, and I think coaches are starting to think about how it is they might have quick sets as opposed to getting the ball to the top of the key and trying to run through a traditional set. Maybe you have quick sets after the reset to get yourself a better shot.
More strategy. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. We've got Jay Crowder. Jeremy Lin is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Okpala in at the 3 spot. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the General in his last time out against the Bucks was just phenomenal. He scored 45 points. He was so skilled at earning trips to the line, he frustrated the defense in the process. And there was nothing the defense could do. He simply couldn't be stopped out there.
2 shots.
See if he can come up with a similar effort tonight. Kevin?
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
He'd have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And stolen by White. Dishes it to Carter, and the rejection by Cousins.
I like it. Cousins making impact on the defensive end. Nice to have a rim presence and blocks that shot away.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. White the pass to the General. Fades back, gets that one to drop. A rare make, bumping him up to 3 for 10.
Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy.
Then the pass to Cousins. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Lynn finds Butler. Lock at 6. Here's Okpala. He can't get that one. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Yeah, it never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win. Maybe a time to rest him right now, just give him a bit of a breather, try to help him get back on track.
Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The Heat have shot 50% from the line today, 3 for 6.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Here's the General. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Jimmy Butler.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Bulls shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
2 shots.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That's good from the General.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Lynn against White. Now Lynn. No points in the game yet for him. Just 5 to shoot. From deep 3-point range, Carter pulls it in. Carter's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's the General. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Then the pass to Butler. Trying to get open is Crowder. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Lynn. 14 points for Butler.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And he has not been on his game here. He's forcing a lot of shots, and the team is suffering because of it. It's time for him to focus on getting his teammates involved.
Bulls trail by 3. White the pass to the General. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Each team has a catalyst, Brent. Some guys are ball dominant, who play within the flow of the offense. Is there one approach better than the other?
Obviously, great coaches, Kevin, are going to find what it is that their best player does well. And as many times as I could get my best player into that situation, that's what I'm going to do. So if it's Harden in isolation, James Harden's going to be in isolation. If it's Steph Curry setting off-ball screens and relocating for threes, well, I'm going to do that too. So it all comes down to a fit with the player, his skill set, and how the coach wants to use that best.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Personal foul. Substitution on the court.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
And, guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. The General is out there with White, and it's Carter in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude, David. Thanks. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Out to the right wing. In a wide open look for Lynn. No good on the three. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Here's the general, and a strong finish with two hands.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. The Heat leading by 9. Pass to Lynn. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
You have to respect the concentration level of Lynn there. Just doesn't get rattled on his shot when the D whacks it.
And that one falls for Lynn. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. The general passes to Markkanen. Drops in the layup for two.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's Lynn. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Lynn has really carved out a nice role for himself in our league. An effective two-way player who can score, rebound, pass, and defend.
Both free throws good from Lynn.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Here's the general, defended by Butler. Passes it to Carter. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
The Heat leading by 10. Outside, Lynn. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And it's sent back by Carter. Here's Butler. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
A smart move here. Talk things over. He's really eating them up, and they've tried a few different looks defensively. Nothing quite getting it done.
The Heat making a switch here. Bulls trail by 12. White the pass to the general. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. No one near him. Winslow kicks to Crowder. Outside, Lynn lets it go from deep. Markkanen pulls it in.
Been a struggle for him tonight, but they can make this lead hold up. They can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Bulls have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
The general.
That free throw good from the general. That misses, so he splits the free throws. The Heat leading by 11. Out to the right wing. Fires the three. Drills it from outside. Okpala's got 5.
Yeah, there's a good indicator of Winslow and his feel for the game. I like how much he makes a concentrated effort to get the ball right there to the open man.
Here's the general. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And and he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
If you were commissioner, Brent, of the NBA, would you add or alter any rules right now?
Wow.
Jeremy Lin.
First of all, I think you get to fly on a really nice plane wherever you're going, and you get to go to any game you want to.
Yes.
So sign me up
with
for that
courtside
job.
seats, by the way, too.
Add or alter any NBA rules.
That's his first.
I think the game is in a pretty good place right now, Kevin. And there's not much that I think is out there for us to change.
It seems like All-Star Weekend and the length of the season seems to be 2 pretty prominent things that continually come up.
Yeah, and as far as the question, I guess my head was going to things that are on the floor.
I was thinking that too, but I couldn't think of anything that really...
On the floor, it's tough to figure out something that could be adjusted. And I know Adam Silver and David Stern before him, all of their concern mostly is about the optics of the game.
Yes.
And right now, it's in a pretty good spot.
It's very pleasing to watch, there's no doubt. Here's Akawa, and it's Miami with another.
And a solid shooter from mid-range. Hachimura with textbook fundamental.
Right the pass to the general. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
He's gone 7 of 10 from the free throw line tonight.
At the line.
That free throw good from the general. Some changes for Chicago. Bobby Portis is checked in for Wendell Carter. Young comes in for Markkanen, and Zach Levine subbed in for Otto Porter Jr. James Johnson's checked in for Miami. Torrey Craig comes in for Jeremy Lin. Craig kicks to Winslow. Every team hopes to have a player on this list. A quick update now on the top field goal percentage shooters in the NBA. Take a look at the general, 4th in the league and as consistent as they come.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
So much intrigue around Justice Winslow, who's still trying to find the right position in the NBA. Last year, a lot of it was at the point guard position as a wing.
And the Heat making a change here. Adebayo's checked in. No good from the general.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
That one goes. Count it.
Well, there's a quickness to DeMarcus Cousins' game that you just don't realize. You got to see it in person. Excellent at diving towards the rim and scoring with ease.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, love the attitude he's playing with here in the second half. Going strong to the hoop and getting to the free throw line.
2 shots.
Free throw good from the general. Saransky's checked in for Chicago. So he gets them both. The Heat leading by 13. Winslow with it. 12 points for him. Here's Craig. Cousins inside. Defended by Portis. And the shot goes in. Adebayo's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, the maturation process of DeMarcus Cousins continues. More unselfish and just wanting to make the right play.
Here's the general. And the rejection by Cousins. Goes up on the wing. Offensive rebound. Adebayo nails the baby hook. Adebayo's got 4 points in the quarter.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Here's the general. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first personal foul. The general.
First free throw is good.
2 shots.
Both free throws good from the general. The Heat leading by 15. Here's Craig. He kicks it to Winslow. the pass to Craig. 6 to shoot. Johnson with it. They double-team Johnson. Here's Adebayo. Misses the 3. The Bulls have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA. But now he does produce.
And great big man to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
Cousins finds Johnson. Pass to Winslow.
2 minutes remaining.
High post Cousins. Top of the key. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Cousins has got 11 points.
That's a sweet shot there. Cousins facing you up, turning with his body, backing you down. It just depends on the matchup, what he wants to go to.
Pass to the general. 1:35 left in the third.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside. I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the 4th personal. And he needs to stay aggressive out there. So going to be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
Ryan Arcidiacono now checked in for Satoransky. Heat also with the sub. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
The Heat leading by 12. 1:05 left in the third quarter. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Here's Winslow. He's got 12. There's the dish to Butler. Passes it to Craig. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebound by the Bulls. Portis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. No good from the general.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Craig, good. He's got 8.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Third personal foul. Penalty situation. The general.
The first one falls.
The Bulls, 2 shots.
Both free throws good from the general. The Heat leading by 11. And here's Winslow. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. With 4 seconds on the clock, and the dunk by Winslow.
I love when Winslow gets some speed behind him like that. He becomes a very exciting dunker.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Heat. They lead by 13. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
All black like a Batman. Dribble too much. Ooh, who is that, man? It's too easy, like I'm shooting in a trash can. I'm still balling even if I get a bad pass. All I do is put up numbers like a math class. Ain't go fully hit $1 million, that ain't that bad. Put your name and your ankles on a ass.
Teams will make substitutions. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jay Crowder. Then it's Jeremy Lin. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard position. And Cousins kicks to Butler. A three-pointer off the mark.
He got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
And the rejection by Cousins.
Foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
That's his 5th personal foul. 5th team foul. The General. At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from the General. Both free throws good from the General. Now here's Lynn. Kicks it to Butler. Back to Lynn. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Even with the defense all over him, Lynn buries the J. Outstanding concentration on those kinds of shots.
And that one falls for Lynn. Of course, Dirk Nowitzki spent his whole career with the Dallas Mavericks. We don't see that much anymore, do we? From the beginning to the end with one team.
No, but I think we're going to still occasionally have anomalies like we did with Reggie being in Indiana for the years of his playing career. Nate McMillan was in Seattle for his playing career, now coach of the Indiana Pacers. So there will be times where we'll have that once or twice. It's not going to happen very much, Kevin.
Not in today's
not
NBA.
In today's game, and not with what's at stake.
Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Miami.
And as a team, they're hovering around the high 80s from the free throw line. They've gotten better as the game has gone along, which is exactly what you want to see.
The General, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Justice Winslow.
Team is a penalty. The General.
That free throw good from the General.
For the Bulls, 2 shots.
Both free throws good from the General. And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 16-4 run right now. Now Lynn. Down low, just 5 to shoot. What a jam!
Wow, fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. Yeah, sometimes Cousins comes up with these dunks where you go, where did that come from? There's one for you, wrapped up.
Back to White. The pass to the General. Again with the block.
Stalwart so far. That block.
Greg protecting the of the hustle.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night, and you don't want to let go of that road now.
And it's Miami with the rebound. He's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Time now. Now an update on Otto Porter from David Aldrich. David, what'd you find out?
Guys, I was able to talk with the head athletic trainer of the Bulls. Splinson is in a lot of pain. You don't want to hear this because most teams are starting to hit their stride. So they're going to miss recovering from this injury.
Information, David. He's certainly been on our minds. Now at least a little more clarity.
Yeah, they have the information they need to take course of action.
Everybody wants to be out there beside his teammates and competing.
Here's the General and the rejection. Out to the wing. Here's Harrison. Doesn't go for him. And it's Chicago the other way. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively. For
players with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base, for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their person. It grows that. I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times. Something new, not only about their interests and how they're spending time. If you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior, and you're a college player, and you're listening to some of the things that guys are experiencing, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having the task. These things are great out.
By Johnson. And here we go. Fast break. Cousins has got it. And it's in there.
And Cousins determined to finish that court.
This one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch. New show of strength for Miami.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotation the rim.
It counted. They'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And this is a great for them to kick off this season. They've taken this win tonight.
The one out, of course, in this one. It was a dazzling game for these.
Well, the tone was set by him defensively tonight. Recorded a number of blocks, and now hitting the other.
Here's none. He's feeds to Cousins. Shot, he'll shoot 2 and
job of using the pump fake, getting the ball, getting the defender out of position, and taking advantage.
At the line for 2.
And he's good. 4 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's the general. He's guarded Cousins. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, the defender.
Penalty situation.
Oh, no good. He hits the second line. 26 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Pass to Harrison. Good.
But the game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, fully in control for this win.
And the ball goes out of bounds by Cousins. Here's the general. Good. Williams.
Keon Williams.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly. That's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and David Olson, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you. Have a great evening.
Really tough blow to the team here with this one for a significant amount. Yeah, dead back for sure, but that's why.